Hello everyone, and welcome to NeuroMath. In today's video, we are going to continue building on our understanding of the properties of odd and even numbers. Specifically, we are going to learn how to use these properties to check the accuracy of solutions for multiplication problems. Let's get straight into it. The first thing we need to understand is when two even numbers are multiplied together, the product is even. What this basically means is, when I multiply two even numbers, I should get an answer that is also an even number. So if I've got something like 6 times 4, or something like 12 times 10, my answers should be even. It is what I should expect to see. And now if I solve those two, 6 times 4 being 24, and 12 times 10 being 120, I can see what I get meets my expectation. When an odd and even number are multiplied together, the product is also expected to be even. That means if I multiply an even by an odd or an odd by an even, I expect the answer to be an even number. It does not matter how large these numbers are. I could be working with numbers in the ones, numbers in the tens, or numbers in the millions. If it is an even multiplied by an odd or an odd multiplied by an even, I would expect to see an even number as the result. So if I've got 8 times 5 there, the result should be an even. And when I do multiply those together, I get the number 40, which is an even number. And when I multiply 11 by 12, so an odd by an even, I also expect to see an even number as an answer. When I do that, I get 132, which is an even number. The last thing we need to look at today and understand is that when two odd numbers are multiplied together, the product is always going to be odd. That just means when I multiply two odd numbers, I get an odd number as a result. Like I said before, it doesn't matter how large these numbers are. If they're two odd numbers being multiplied together, the result should be an odd number as well. So if I've got 3 times 7, which is 21, I can see that two odd numbers multiplied give an odd number as an answer. And if I've got numbers which are just a little larger, 11 times 13, which gives me 143, I can also see that when I multiply two odd numbers, the result, regardless of how big these numbers are, is still going to be odd. That's all for today, everyone. Hope you have a better understanding of the topic covered. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.